Yes guys, welcome back to Hair System DIY, your go-to place for hair systems, usually when they're attached to your head, not when they're half on your head like mine. Why do I look like this? Well, today I'm going to be doing a really quick and easy tutorial for you guys if time is of the essence, if you're halfway through the working week and you need a quick solution because you might have had a lift on your hair system. This is going to save you so much time. It's using a type of adhesive which isn't technically an adhesive, but it works really well. It's a brand I'm very fond of. It's called Got2b Glued. You can basically find this pretty much in any store that sells hair gel or hair waxes. It's really cheap and it kind of works quite well as a hair system adhesive. It cleans off pretty easily as well. So a lot of people tend to use this on a daily basis, and a lot of people tend to use this if they don't have a lot of time, they need a quick clean up and they need to just get through to the weekend before they do a full clean and rebond. So I'm going to show you through that, but before I delve into that, here's a quick message from today's hair system sponsor. Today's sponsor, guys, is Livivid. You can find them at livividhair.com. You can get a 15% discount code on any stock hair system or accessories that I've negotiated with them just for you guys. It's Adam15. All the information is in the description box below this video. If you want high quality hair systems with good shipping times and top customer service, consider Livivid. Right, guys, so what you will notice is number one, I have an Alice band. The reason I have an Alice band is whenever I have a lift at the front, like I had this morning, it really helps to have something like this to hold the hair system out of the way when you're trying to clean. You don't want glue on the hair. Okay, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you can't avoid it. I still get glue on my hair sometimes, but it really helps having something like this so you can keep the hair away from the glue. Now, what you want to make sure, as you can see, it's a lovely, beautiful, gloopy mess that I've got on the base of the system right now. And what I usually do is it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't, especially if you're in a rush. And a lot of the time we're in a rush. So it's important to know you don't have to get every single bit of glue off. It doesn't have to be a perfect rebond if time is short. So just get some cotton wool balls and just start pushing it away or into the middle even. You can just push it into the middle of the base, just like that. And you can see already, it's just coming onto the, It's coming onto the, not that kind of coming, onto the cotton ball. You just want to keep doing that, and already you can see a lot of it's actually coming off. You can afford to be quite firm with it as well, because it is glue, and it does seem to attract to the cotton balls. What you will want handy as well is a bin where you can put this used glue that is seemingly deficient right now because it gave me a lift this morning, but that's fine. These things happen. This has been bonded for about 10 days and no lifts, and I've had my hair up most of the time, so I don't mind having a lift every 10 days. That's absolutely fine with me, but you can see how easily it's coming off. So you can put pressure on it. You don't have to put a load of pressure, but enough pressure so that it starts coming off the actual base itself. And you can already see it's been like a minute maybe, and most of it's already come off. And this video, this tutorial, is being made in mind with people who are short on time and need a quick rebond solution. So as you can see, most of it's come off. It doesn't have to be perfect. This just needs to get me through till Sunday. So that's literally 2 days. But yep, most of that's come off now. For context, this was Pro Hair Lab's transdermal glue, which is very similar to Ghostbond. It's the same brand. I find it holds better for me. That's just for me. It might be different for you. But if you're interested in what glue I'm using at the moment, it is Pro Hair Lab's transdermal. Then you get out the alcohol, right? I know that sometimes it's not going to be possible to have alcohol. Say you have a lift at work, right? It's just not going to be possible to just have alcohol just sitting there. It's just not. So if that is the case for you, do the best that you can with the cotton wool balls. If you are in an office space, I'd just keep some handy in your drawer. It can be really useful. And yeah, I mean, if there's some wet wipes in your public bathroom, if there is soap that you could use, maybe just put a bit of soap on there and just wash it off with the sink. But it's not the end of the world if you don't have that accessible to you. So now with the old glue, I'm just going to throw this in the bin, nice and quick. Bum, bum, bum. And now I have a pretty clean scalp. It's not perfect, but it's clean enough. And this is when we use the product of the moment, Got2b Glued. And one of my subscribers gave me this video idea. He said, you know, how about doing a rebond with Got2b Glued? Because it's, you know, it's quite helpful for daily wearers who use this, or people who are just, you know, they're in a rush and it will give them a temporary bond. What I've noticed with this brand is you can get a pretty decent bond out of it for like 2 to 3 days. Some people might get more, but that's what I've found. So I'm just gonna let it come out. It kind of looks a little bit like Ghostbond. It just doesn't hold as well, but it does a job. So you'll notice that I'm wearing a poly, which is why I am attaching the Got2b Glued to the base of the system. I wouldn't personally do this if it was a lace. It might be possible and it might not damage the lace, but I've never tried it with this particular product, so I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm just literally just putting this first layer. You could use 1 layer if you wanted to, or you could use more. I'm going to use 2 this time around. So that's my first layer done. And much like with Ghostbond, just sort of like leave it for 20 minutes, let it sort of dry. And just to add here, quite a lot of people that I know who are daily wearers, they actually prefer using this to a daily tape. They just find it works better because it lasts longer than a day as well. But yeah, you know, it's up to you, whatever suits you. But I'm not, at this moment in time, I'm not a daily wearer. It's something I might consider in the future, but you know, life's kind of quite busy right now, and it's difficult to have that time or energy to do the whole daily thing, even though some people that I know personally actually quite enjoy it. As you can see, I've really stupidly got some of it on my hair, and that's fine because guess what? It's hair gel, so it's not really the biggest issue in the world. But if you want to be careful, it's quite hard when you're trying to look in a mirror whilst also filming with a camera. And then I do one quick layer on my scalp. Obviously, it's impossible to know exactly where the system's going to land unless you've got a pencil. But as I said, this video is being made for people who are short on time, so I'm making it as quick as possible, and just trust me, you'll get a decent result from it. So just applying it to the scalp there, and then just giving it some time to cure, as we say in the hair system world. Okay, there we go. It's not the most attractive looking gel. Looks a little bit gloopy, doesn't it? But it does a job. It can get you through to the weekend. As you can see, there is actually some that's gone into the hair system, but that's fine. It's not like Ghostbond or Great White. It doesn't sort of stick to the hair like that adhesive does. And then you can just attach it like that. And then you just let it settle for a little bit. And remember, this is effectively a hair glue. This is a hair gel. This is effectively a hair gel. It's not actually hair system glue, and it should never be sold as such. However, it does a job. It does a job. Now I've got some rather sticky hands, and you probably will too if you've ever used glue. So I'm just gonna clean these off with some isopropyl alcohol whilst this gel is curing, shall we say. Perfect. Oh, my hands immediately feel way better. Don't you just hate it when you're using glue and your hands just get so sticky and you're having to use like alcohol or C22 just to get them clean, and then you get glue all over the carpet and the missus gets upset with it all? I mean, to be fair, I understand it because I would as well. But yes, I think when we finally move out of this rental property, we may have a bill for carpet cleaning because glue has got stuck to our carpet and it doesn't come out, which is why moving forward, I'm always going to advocate getting wooden floors. Okay. Right. So let it all dry. And then we rebond. So as you can see, there's actually a little bit that's got in the hair. That's fine. Let's let it all calm down. And there we go. There we go. Perfect. And you can feel the bond is firm. It's comfortable. And another thing which I tend to do, not always, but sometimes, is I tend to not slick it back, like completely back when I'm using this particular product, because when you do that, because it's naturally a weaker bond, it's more likely to have another lift. Now with something like this, where you've got the hair up, you can kind of get away with it, okay? But don't use too much force when you're sort of pushing it up or whatever, because it might lift again and you've just wasted 15 minutes. So there you go. Nice, easy rebond. So have you heard of this product before, guys? I have mentioned it in previous videos, but you might be new around here, and if you are, please do subscribe. There's 3 times weekly videos that I make just around hair systems, hair loss, toupees, wigs, SMP, all of that kind of stuff. I talk about all of it, and I'm always interested in hearing your guys' views. Would you consider getting this product? Are you a daily wearer? Do you find that sometimes you've had a lift and you're at work and you don't know what to do and you want a subtle solution? This could be it for you guys. Let me know in the comments box below. It'd be really good to hear your guys' views, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.